Good morning, everyone. We are going to start right now. So, welcome all to the AI Foundation and the Practical Workshop. My name is Mohammed Durgam. I'm an AI engineer and Microsoft trainer. And today, we're going to unlock the potential of AI across multiple departments. We're going to explore how AI can be used in action in an organization effectively. And we're going to see multiple use cases that how can AI can be used for every department, whether if it's from directors, executive, finance, HRs, and even marketing and sales. And we're going to see in detail how you can use it for your everyday work. So let's see what we have today. Today we're gonna have a quick introduction about AI and the types of AI. We're gonna understand the difference between the generative AI and AI, and we're gonna understand the main differences between these two concepts. And then we're gonna dive deep about one of the most important concepts when it comes to AI, which is prompt engineering. We're gonna understand what does prompting an AI mean, what are the best practices when it comes to prompting an AI, and even what are the guidelines and the templates that you can create by yourself and use them when you are working in your everyday tasks. And then not only that, we're gonna explore and dive deep into real use cases for AI in the following departments. Now, for this training, as you know that this training is going to be a 3-hour training, and then we're gonna have the following real use cases. One of them is we're gonna explore the directors. For this training, I prepared for you the following use cases. We're gonna explore how AI can be used for executive leadership, how AI can be used across finance and accounting department. Not only that, we're going to see that how AI can be a helpful assistant for HRs and operations. In addition to that, we're going to see AI, how can be used effectively in sales and marketing and, all the operations and all the tasks related to sales and marketing. Not only that, we're going to understand the privacy concerns and the ethical considerations when it comes to AI and working with AI. We're gonna see that how exactly your data or what are the stuff that you should not share with AI. How can you protect your data when you are interacting with AI? So by the end of this training, you will not only use a tool, but you will walk away with a fully awareness about AI and the practical use cases and how can you use it effectively and in a safe way. And at the end of the training, I prepared for you also something interesting. We're gonna explore that what will happen further and what is your and how can you set a plan for yourself for, let's say, for the coming 30 days or for the coming 60 days, and how can you have like a complete AI adoption plan. And we're gonna have like an introduction. We're gonna have like a session where we're gonna have a Q&A. All right. Now, this workshop or this training is an interactive training, and I would like everyone to interact with me through chat or through mic. So I know that all of you now can see the mic is disabled, but of course, if you got any question, always raise your hand. I'm going to me and my colleague, we're gonna always answer your questions, and we're gonna make sure to cover all your questions. And as you know that this is a 3-hour training workshop, and I want to make sure that you are gonna be with me and you won't drain your energy. So let's have this schedule. So at the end of every hour, we're gonna have a 10-minute break where you can go get a cup of coffee, recharge or relax, and come back with a fresh mind. All right. So let's start. So I would like to start with the following question, or actually the following discussion. So I want now everyone who's with me right now to drop at the chat about what do you know about AI? Anything you know about AI? I would like to hear from you that what do you think AI is? Do you think AI is an opportunity? Let me add actually this question. What do you think AI is? Do you think AI is an opportunity? Okay. I would like to hear all your answers. Do you think AI is an opportunity? Do you think AI is risk? Do you think AI is ChatGPT? Do you think AI is something that's useful, something that makes us more productive, more lazy? You can just, drop anything, and we're gonna have, of course, uh, a detailed discussion after that. All right, so I can see that we have 32 participants, and we still have 0 chat answer. Okay, now here we have we have MS. Okay, opportunity, really, really good. Okay, so yeah, okay, I can see now. Okay, here we got answers. Okay, AI is a feature that would be handy in making the job faster. Okay, this is interesting. And of course, we're gonna see that in real action. Okay, we can see now software that can help. Software that can help. Okay. Mimics human intelligence. Okay, this is a really good answer. AI makes life easier in every aspect. Nice. In every aspect. Okay, this is good. Opportunity and limitation for users if 100% depend on it. Okay, here we can see that Abdurrahman has different opinions, opportunity and limitation. AI is a tool which can help in decision making, solving problem, creativity, and it is an opportunity. Okay, this is good. Thank you, SN. And here we have also RA, opportunities. We have here MA, things like machine or software, that can usually do things with human thinking. Okay, so you said here things like machines. So it's actually a machine, or it's a software. It's something like a software, really. It's a tool that can help us generate whatever we need from different resources and in our language. Okay, this is an interesting answer. Thanks, HN. And here we have type of computer technology that enables machines and software to perform tasks that requires human intelligence. Nice. Thank you, MA. And it's a double-sided weapon. Okay, that can be used, or it can be as much as helpful, but also it has risks in terms of privacy and if we rely on it blindly. Yeah, this is an interesting answer, and it's a great answer also. Thanks, HA. So yeah, opportunity and risk. Yes, exactly. So thank you all for participating. Your answers are really insightful, and a lot of you have already did their research about AI. A lot of you use AI, and a lot of you also can see the potential of AI and even the limitation of AI. So it's really good. And now let's move forward, and let's have now our main discussion, our detailed discussion about the AI. So in very simple terms, if we speak about AI, you can think about it, it's like a machine, like a computer, that I train it on a large amount of data that can help me on tasks that require human intelligence. Okay, so in very simple term, if we try to think about what humans can do in terms of using our intelligence, humans can actually speak multiple languages. Today, I can communicate with you through language. So that means I can understand and I can speak, and you can speak to me. So we both understand ourselves, like we can communicate. So this is one way or one form of intelligence. Another way can be driving a car. Today, if you have a driving license and you can drive a car, that means you have trained yourself to use a car, to drive it, so you can see the environment in front of you. You can see multiple cars, you can see a traffic light, and you can, based on what you see, you can decide whether you're gonna move forward or you're gonna stop, you're gonna turn left, turn right. The same thing today, if I give you let's say a data that has numbers, you can, using your brain, of course, using your brain and using your eyes, you can read the numbers and you can what? You can analyze the data and you can, give me some decisions. So all these, we say them that they are human intelligence, or we can say these are intelligent pattern. Okay, and somehow we were able to simulate these intelligent behaviors through a machine or to a machine. So now we come up with a machine that can do all these tasks. Of course, in different forms. We can say a machine can be a laptop, a machine can be a robot. Uh, when I say machine, always refer to the hardware system. And when I refer to the AI, I'm always referring to the brain that, operate the system or operate the body or operate the machine. Now, this is the AI in very simple term. If we speak about the difference between the AI and the Gen AI, Gen AI actually, it's the small form of what's called generative AI. And if we go to the next slide, we're gonna see that generative AI is actually a specialized field of AI that focuses on generating content. Okay, generating content. So in very simple term, when we say content, okay, here we have a content. Here we have a content. So when we say that this is a specialized branch of AI that can generate or designed to generate a content. So we have actually multiple types of AI, different types of content. The content can be text, the content can be text. The content can be images. The content can be music or even videos. Okay. So in very simple term, it's like an AI that can understand the text written and can even, create new form of text. Now speaking about how does this help humans, uh, it helps us by understanding our language, our written language. So it can actually understand English language and can even speak to us or generate human language. One of the most, you're gonna tell me, okay, oh, I can understand, I understand now. This is very similar to what ChatGPT does, right? This is very similar to what ChatGPT. Yes, in fact, ChatGPT is an application of AI. Okay. And this is actually an answer for those who think AI is ChatGPT. ChatGPT, it is only an application of of a specialized branch of AI, which is called generative AI. Okay. And if someone tells you that, hey, I'm using AI every single day, and if you just ask him, okay, what do you mean you are using AI every single day? If he answers you that I'm using ChatGPT every single day, you should tell him that no, that doesn't mean that you are using AI, but you actually using a single application of AI. And today, actually, we're gonna see many and multiple different AI tools other than ChatGPT. And this is actually one of the objectives for today's session is that I want you to walk away with a plan of how can you use multiple AI tools. Because today in 2026, if you are still using ChatGPT for almost every single task, you're not using it, you're not integrating AI in the effective way. But today, if you understand the use cases that you're working with, how can you prompt the AI? What are the things that you should understand, and then select the right AI tool for the right task? This is where you're gonna integrate AI much quickly and much in an effective way. And of course, we spoke about the AI as the broad version or the broad technology that can, simulate human intelligence. One of them is recognize pattern or make prediction, okay, based on what, of course, on existing data. Okay. Now I want you to focus with me on the following. Now let's take this example. We mentioned that ChatGPT is a generative AI, and by the way, throughout this session, we are gonna focus on this type of AI, which is generative AI. Okay. Okay, because this is the most widely used AI type or AI branch, across our everyday life. So we mentioned that one of the application is called ChatGPT, okay? And as you know, I think most of you already knows that ChatGPT is an AI system that is trained on a large amount of data from multiple resources. Might be from online, might be from books, libraries, whatever. So now it is like you can think about it. It's like a brain that is trained on a large amount of data, and that can actually help you in doing multiple tasks. Now, let's differentiate the following. ChatGPT is actually an application, and the brain itself that powers this system, it is called the GPT series. The GPT series. All right. So the brain itself comes from the GPT series. We're gonna see in action now how exactly what are the GPT series. And the GPTs, okay, or actually the brain, let's have the brain as a friendly keyword because it's a friendly keyword. The brain actually, it is what's called LLM. Okay. The brain itself is what's called LLM. Now, what does an LLM mean? Okay, it's a very new to me, let's say. So in very simple term, okay, I want you to think about the following. The brain that powers the AI itself, it's called LLM. This is in very simple term. Now, LLM here, it's like a form or a short form of this keyword, large language models. Okay. And you can think about it or about them that these are huge models that trained on a huge number of data, and the mission or their goals is to understand and generate human language. And I can remember that some of you already wrote in the chat that AI can help us, AI can understand our languages and can communicate with us. This is actually a correct answer, and it is one way, but you have to understand that this is one form of AI, or it's a one way of using AI. Okay, you can think about the other types of AI, like driving a car. So we spoke about this. Now, how this works, basically, it's trained on a large amount of data, as we mentioned, and from multiple resources, online, books, might be from the databases, and it all comes with what's called GPT series. Okay, so you remember that previously they were, mentioning about that we have released GPT 4.4, 4.0, and then or if you remember that first time they have released ChatGPT, they have the very first model. Who remembers the very first model of ChatGPT? It was GPT 3. You remember? If you remember the first version of ChatGPT, just drop a comment. Okay, that it was 3.5. This was the very first model of GPT. And you remember this GPT, it was working fine, but moving forward, it was hallucinating a lot. So what happened is that they have enhanced the version of this GPT, and they have came up with GPT 4.0. And it was really good in writing text and writing documents. And then eventually they come up with GPT-5. So all these, they are upgrading the brain of the AI. And the chat itself, the chat GPT, as I mentioned, it's like an application. It's like a user facing or user facing application, like a chatbot. You can go ahead and write some stuff, and it will answer you. Now, in a very simple term, now if you want to understand the process itself, I prepared for you this visualization that will make the idea very simple to you. So let's say here we have a user. Let's have this. Okay. Here we have a user, and you as a user, you would go to the one of the AI systems. It can be ChatGPT or Gemini, and you would drop your question or your prompt or whatever. Let's say explain how AI works. So what happened under the hood when you submit your answer? There are actually three main steps that happens in the brain itself. Okay, so the first step is that the AI will now break down your sentence. If you can see, the AI will break down your sentence into separate words, okay? And then what happens is that every word, it will go to a complex operation or a complex process where the AI will start, to break down this word into multiple tokens, and will start to, use the data that is trained on to understand what you are saying. And then at the end, what will happen? It will choose either to use some tools. One of the tools might be search. Sometimes you might ask it about a date or an answer that requires a current date or requires a current search. So it will try to do some search on the websites to get you the latest answer, or it might use some plugins. Okay, and at the end it will use the output that comes from here and comes from here, and now it will try to, somehow stack the words, or stack your answer word by word. You see, word by word, word by word. And then this is what's called, generation. And at the end, once it all stack your answers one by one, it will, show you the answer that we get from the AI. Okay. Now, I just want you to understand, okay, now that the three main process, or all these processes, let's have this one. We have here 1, 2, okay, and all these, this, the part that controls, or that's responsible for the 3 or 4 processes, is what's called LLM, okay, the brain. Okay, always remember, this is the AI brain that we saw. It's called LLM, and it's like the brain that's responsible for getting our question, process it, and then answer our question in a much effective way. Now, we spoke a lot about theoretical. Now, let's see actually how this works in action. And for that, let's try to see, let's try to have a quick look about the AI brains and what are the different models that we have and the different modes we have. So for that, what I will do, I will open the following. Of course, we'll have this is going to be like a quick overflow. So as you know that this is the AI. This is, of course, the most popular application in the world, around the world right now, and it's called ChatGPT. And for this, I want just to give you a quick look about what we have here. So the moment you come to the ChatGPT, of course, here you got, the first message, and you're gonna see here there is a keyword called ChatGPT, and if you open it up here, you're gonna see the GPT series, or in other words, you're gonna see the brains that this system use them. One of the brains, of course, here we have what's called latest or instant. This is like a mode of ChatGPT that is the best in everyday tasks or everyday chats. There is another mode called thinking, okay, and this actually uses a complex. You can think about it. It uses a complex algorithm or a complex, methodology to process your question, and to have a thinking deep mode to process your question. Like it would actually sit down and think about the question you write in a much complex way. And if I open the configure here, I can see even what are the different models out there. So I can clearly see that today it's 31st, 2026. We can see that the family of GPTs, we have this one 5.3. This is the GPT that I'm currently using, and there's another one called thinking. Yeah, the thinking is actually GPT 5.4. Now you can see now they have different series of GPT. We have GPT 5.3 and you have GPT 5.4, and we have here the Pro version. Of course, the Pro version, if you want to get a Pro version, you will get a much extended way. Now you're going to tell me that, okay, is this the only GPT, or is this the only LLM we have right now or today? I'll tell you no. You know that we have different types of AI, and one of them is this one. And if you know this AI, you can just drop a comment that, what, have you used this AI before, by the way? If you know this AI and if you use it, if you have used it before, you can just drop a comment or drop a chat that if you used this AI system, it's called Gemini. Okay. This is actually another, okay, here we got here some answers. Yes, from Amar. Okay, thank you so much. So here, as you can see, that this is another AI system and it uses another LLMs. One of them, if you want to see it in real action, you're gonna see that in the under the chat thread or under the chat box, you're gonna see that here there are different types of AI. There is a Pro here. I'm using the Pro, but there is another one called Fast, and there is another one called Thinking. Okay, and if I look here, I can clearly see that this Gemini, it uses Gemini 3, and Gemini 3 is the LLM itself that Google use this one for the AI system. So here we have, so for Gemini, we are using Gemini 3. Now, now let's look again at another type of AI, which is DeepSeek. And let's see let's see who uses DeepSeek also in a regular way. Who uses DeepSeek? If you use DeepSeek before, you can drop a chat about your experience with DeepSeek. Do you think DeepSeek is a good AI system or a normal AI system? While let's explore also the different LLMs or the different AI brains we have in DeepSeek. We have here, I can see that I have actually two different types of DeepSeek. I have the normal version and I have the DeepThink. Or in fact, that this is the normal version. And if I click, okay, it will turn the button to a color button, and I can see now the DeepThink is activated. Okay, and also I can see here clearly that there is another tool that's called Search, and this is also another tool that if you want to answer, if you want a question, or if you write a question that requires an answer based on some searching or some online search, you can turn this on, so it will use the online or the internet to look for the answer. So all these are all type of AI tools, and every AI tool, it has its own brain or own LLM that powers this AI system. And you need to understand why it's important for you to understand these, because later on, we're gonna see that for every single task, you're gonna use different models or different AI tools. Because today in 2026, you should understand what are the AI tools available, and you should understand that the task you are working with, and use the right AI system for the right task. Okay, so you won't be using AI ChatGPT for everyday task. Okay, so this was a quick overview about the three main AI systems. Now, of course, we have explored the ChatGPT and we have explored the Gemini, and also there's another one which has this icon. So do you know this icon is for which AI system? Let's see who's exploring on their own. If you know the icon or the logo for this AI system, you can drop a chat here. Okay, so here we have here we have a Copilot. Okay, so we can see here a couple of people who knows this AI system before. Yes, I think it's for Microsoft. Yes, it's for Microsoft. It's an AI tool from Microsoft, actually. Copilot. Okay, here, Copilot. Yes. So thanks all for participating. Yes, it is a Copilot, and it is an AI tool from Microsoft. And we're gonna see, moving forward, we're gonna see that the difference or the big advantage that Copilot gives to us or brings to the table comparing to ChatGPT, whether, of course, if you're working with an organization, and about the data and about the data you're sharing with the AI, and also about the use case. And for every AI system, it has its own use case, and we're gonna explore this in real life scenarios. Okay, so we spoke about different AI systems, and we spoke about what is the main thing that powers these AI systems, which called LLMs, and we spoke that there are these AI systems or these LLMs. Everyone has its own strength and own weaknesses. Okay. And I'm sure that all of you already used at least one of these AI systems, and all of you at least experienced one of them. And I know I also believe that some of you already used an AI system and they had a very bad they had a very bad experience. Some of you already used AI and they had a good experience and they had a good result. Some of you already asked the AI about stuff and they got a really bad experience or really bad results. Now, when you get a bad result from an AI, it's not always the right choice to switch the AI system. You need to understand why you got this bad result. Okay, why you got this wrong result. Okay, so here we're gonna switch, or we're gonna speak about one of the main important concepts when it comes to interacting AI, which is called prompt engineering. And if you know this term, or if you don't know this term, or if you didn't hear about this term before, in a very simple term, this term or this definition refers to how can you prompt or how can you write instructions to the AI effectively or in an effective way, so you will get the best answer with with less of from the first time, we can say it, or from the less with less iteration. Okay. So if we want to like have a clear or have more detail about this, so here we got the AI. So in very simple term, here we have the prompt engineering, and just in a very simple term, you can think about it. It's like you are giving the AI clear instructions, okay, to get you the exact result with what's called minimum iteration. Now, why this is very important? It's actually important more than you think, because when you're interacting with the AI, you need to understand what are the best practices and how you communicate with this AI system. Do you need to give it a single word, or do you need to give it a sentence? Do you need to give it a well-structured format, or do you want to give it in this format? Okay, so you want to think about it in this way, that every time you go to a ChatGPT or any AI system, you want to get the answer that is in your mind. But how exactly you're gonna get the answer that you are looking for if you don't clearly communicate or send the instruction to the AI in an effective way? This is where we, see prompt engineering in action. Okay. And if you want to think about it, let's say, for example, you went to a restaurant. Okay. Of course, you're gonna go to a restaurant and there is a type of food that is in your mind, and you are looking to get it. So when the waiter comes in and you ask the waiter, of course, or you ask the chef, of course, you won't tell the waiter or the chef that I need this type of food, or I need you to make this food. You will need to give it a clear instruction. You will need to give it, okay, please, I want to order, I don't know, I want to order a spicy Italian pasta for, let's say, a family of 4. And I want you to think about the difference actually in this real life example, because the first prompt or the first option, if you give it like the first option, it's a very broad version. It's a very very broad, very vague. The waiter or the chef won't understand what you are looking for, what type of food you're looking for. Do you want Italian? Do you want Mexican? Do you want whatever? And it won't know, okay, exactly for how many type of like a type of people, okay, or a number of people even. Okay, so here the second version is more detailed, more clear for the chef or for the waiter, so they will get exactly what you are looking for. Now, given that, you can tell me, okay, now what are the best practices that I should consider when writing a prompt? For that, I've prepared for you some guidelines, and these guidelines are an official guidelines from Microsoft, and they have actually released these guidelines for their AI system, which is Copilot, and you can use these guidelines for almost any AI system, whether it's for Gemini, ChatGPT, or even DeepSeek. Now let's look about a couple of guidelines or important guidelines here. The first one is that it says here, be clear and specific. Okay. So you should always put in your mind that whenever you hang on to the AI and you want to type a question, you need to clearly state what you are looking for. Do you want to get a summary of a meeting note? Do you want to write an email? Okay, so you want to write an email to who? Or what type of email? Do you want it a professional email? Do you want it for your colleague? Do you want it for your managers? Do you want it whatever? So you need to be very specific what you're looking for. Another thing that is really important that you should also consider giving some examples. These AI systems, you cannot think that how much it really helps when you give it an example, because it will be very easy and easier for the AI to understand what you're looking for and to refer even to an example, a real life example that you're looking for. So let's say today, if I want a summary of a meeting happened, I want the summary in bullet point. I will give the AI some bullet point. I either give it an explanation or either give it an example, and it will say, okay, I'm going to follow this example, so you'll get exactly what you're looking for. Another thing that it works or it really helps that you can even ask the AI to give you a feedback. Let's say, for example, you ask it to write I don't know, write an email to, let's say, a colleague, including this attachment. And instead of just sending the message like that, you can even ask it the following: ask me all the questions you are looking for, so you would write a better email. Do you get my point? So by this, the AI, will do somehow reverse prompting. It will, okay, think now, okay, you are looking for an email, but I need you to answer some questions, so I will write you the perfect email for your question or for your details. Okay. Now, another thing that also you need to put in mind that at the end of the day, you are interacting with AI systems, and these AI systems, they can give you some wrong information. They can produce some fabricated information occasionally. Even so, you need to look for this carefully, and you need actually to check for accuracy. So anytime you get an answer from AI, give it a quick look, give it a quick, review, whether it matches what you're looking for, it doesn't match what you're looking for, whether there are some, some additional keywords that you don't want to add, maybe, sometimes the AI might put some dashes, okay? And actually, personally, for me, dashes is one of the most painful things that the AI puts, because every time I ask the AI for something, it will give me a long text with multiple dashes. I will go through this text, or I will go through this paragraph, and I will keep removing these dashes. Who experienced this before? Who experienced removing dashes from a long text or a long paragraph, and you kept, through an ongoing process of removing the dashes? It's really annoying, right? If you experienced this before, you can just share with us or share with your colleagues. And yeah, also try to provide some details as much as you can. Okay, the more details you can give, the more information the AI will understand. And this is what's called contextual details. Okay, you're like giving the AI all the information it needs, so it will get you exactly what you're looking for. You can think about it. It's like, you have a colleague, and you are asking your colleague to do, let's say, a task, and you are telling him that, okay, hey, look, take all the resources you're looking for and use them to get me what I'm looking for. Okay, so it's like collaboration, more of, directing the AI. So these are the best practices. Now, what are the things that you should avoid when also writing a prompt? And you need to put it in mind. One of them is that avoid being a vague, or avoid writing vague prompts. So when we say vague prompts, like we are saying that, okay, write me an email. When you say the AI, write me an email, or write for me, I don't know, analyze this Excel sheet. When you ask the AI, analyze this Excel sheet, how exactly you want the AI to analyze it? Do you want it to go quickly through the cells and give you a quick explanation? Do you want the AI to focus on a specific point or a specific Excel sheet? Do you want the AI to give you a summary or a detailed summary? So all these you need to look for. Another thing is that um, try to always use like a clear language. Do not use some slang or jargon words. Try to use a clear language. It will really help the AI to get what you are looking for. Uh, Try to, because these AI systems, it might, if you, let's say, if you drop, let's say, a word or an informal word, it will still give you an answer, but it will give you a low quality answer. And our goal with prompt engineering, or when we are interacting with the AI, is to understand exactly the types of AI, or understand exactly the best practices for writing AI system. Okay, now let's have this quick I would say example, or let's have. So for that, actually, I prepared for you the following prompting, or the following framework that will help all of you, and we're going to use it across our training. So this framework goes like this. Anytime you want to write to the AI a question, always have the following framework. Always start with a clear goal. Okay, every time you have a question, ask the AI, or clearly state your request to the AI, whether you want the summary of a project in bullet point. Okay, like clearly mention what you're looking for. Next is that give it an enough context, give it a background, give it something, give it more information about the thing you're looking for, whether you're looking for a meeting with a client, or you're looking for a meeting with someone, or this summary or this project or is for something. In addition to that, always attach all the necessary documents. If you think that there are a couple of documents that is important for the AI to understand, try to attach them. And finally, set some expectation. You might set some expectation for the tone, for the style. You might tell the AI, give me the output in bullet point, give me the output in a professional way. Try always to give the AI the format, or the output format you're looking for, so it will get you the exact answer from first time. Okay, so I think that's enough from a theoretical part. Let's now try to get some, to get you some practices and some questions, and let's see what we got here. And now I want everyone actually to engage with me through this practice, or through this task. And your task is to help me, or to transform this weak prompt to an upgraded prompt. Okay, so we got the following prompt. This is what's called summarize this meeting in a good format. Now I want all of you, how many? Okay, so we got 67. Okay, so we got 67. So now I want at least 50 answers in the chat from the 67. Okay, now I want you, based on the framework we got, to tell me what are the wrong with this prompt, and how can we enhance it. Okay, so this is the prompt. This is the weak prompt. Summarize this meeting in a good format. So what is the wrong with this prompt, and how can we enhance it? So I can see that there is we have here someone who raised their hand. So we have Noor. Let me allow Mike. So yeah, so Noor, you can speak right now. The mic is open.
Hello, I hope you're
Yes.
doing well.
Hello. Yeah.
Excellent. Just a quick question before I answer this.
Uh,
Is are the guidelines you provided us working with other AI, for example, Anara, for example, Grok, Ask GPT, because
yes.
no longer it's not. For instance, I'm not working only with ChatGPT because there is other advanced tools.
Yeah, exactly.
So are those guidelines working also with them, or it's
Yeah.
different?
Yeah, it works for, as I mentioned, it works for all the AI systems because these are like guidelines. We follow them, okay? And I only mentioned ChatGPT because I wanted only to show you the brains that this AI system use it, and how can you write an effective format or an effective prompt for this AI or any AI system.
Excellent. Because
Okay.
here it's not clear, it's not specific, it's not measurable, so you
Okay.
cannot achieve anything if you wrote this for example, for any AI tool, you're not gonna receive the answer you're looking for. So you're gonna have like half-baked potato, if you can say.
Yes, exactly. So now, can you just also highlight what are the vague areas or what are the vague parts of this prompt so we can, put exactly our hands in the problem at the problem. What are the weak points?
Summarize the meeting in a good format. He's not mentioning the basis. For example, the meeting was about what? In a good
Okay.
format, it's not clear. It's not clear which format does he want to insert a table, for example, or the bullet points. He was not unclear.
Okay.
He was unclear and inefficient. He's not mentioning, for example, the goal. The
Mm-hmm.
co- the goal, for example, what is the goal behind this, and the context is weak, if I could say.
Mm-hmm.
So, in there is no tone, no style. For example, the tone, is it professional? Is it warm? For example, and the style, for example, each company has its own style of writing. For example,
Mm-hmm.
there is no
Mm-hmm.
details, and sometimes I include the logo of the company, which is not mentioned here,
Mm-hmm.
and there is no attached document, if I may say, add.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes.
in generally, this is what I can see. This is the first thing can see.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Noor, for your participation. I saw also one of the participants, they raised their hand. But okay, so yes, let's hear from Omar. I'm going to unmute you. So yes, Omar, you can share your thoughts about this prompt. Hello, Omar. Omar Aman, can you hear us? Okay, so I think Omar is not here. So in this case, I will. We have another one. We have Somel. We're gonna upload. Yes, yes, Samuel, you can speak. You can tell us what do you think about this prompt. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
thank
mean, let
you.
me also
Yeah,
read
thank you,
what
Mohammed.
you. Okay, yeah. Yes, tell us, Sumail. Yes, Sumail,
Okay, so
we
from
can
my
hear you.
own point of view, they summarize this point in a good format. Yeah, number one, good format, should it be in a formal report or should it just be an action items?
Mm-hmm.
It's not really explanatory. That's on that. Then also summarizing this meeting, what's the meeting about? Is it for the decisions I was taking, the deadlines, the
Mm-hmm.
no instruction on how the tone is going to be. Either is a
Mm-hmm.
summary for a project manager,
Mm-hmm.
maybe at a high level template thereabout.
Mm-hmm.
So the level of the summary is not really clear, and also the structure in which the summary should be is not really clear. So those are
Mm-hmm.
the things that I was able to get from there. Thank you.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yes. Thank you so much, Sumail, for your participation. Now let's see what you wrote, what you all wrote in the chat. So here we have RA. Summarize this meeting is the prompt to start with. Okay, so here we have this is the wrong with the prompt. Yes. The guideline is the basic fundamental. So will it work for other AI systems? Yes, so this is a basic, like this is the best practices. You can use it across any AI system using the following format or the following framework even. Now, what are the weak points we have here from HN? No details, no clarification of what you want to achieve in the end. Okay, so what good means, okay, to you. AI can understand this in a different way. Yeah, this is an excellent point. Thank you so much, HN, for mentioning this, that here a good is the issue. What exactly format required? We can use another sentence. I would say, can you please summarize this meeting as minutes of meeting? Okay. So here, OA, Omar Aman, he wrote also more details about the prompt. We can write it or we can summarize it in more details. And here we have we have here HA. We cannot say good format. We should provide the format template or either give it a guideline. So like how many words, what are the language tone? Okay, yeah. This is also an excellent answer. Thank you so much, HA. Here, the input data was poor. Yes, the input data here, it's really poor. Literally, we have zero data. It's like a single prompt. And we can make it specific. Here we have also OA. We have here, summarize this meeting as points, Arabic, English, action plans. Yes, yes, action plans, if any. Yes, exactly. Now, okay, I can see that also we have also here more answers. Now I can see here also another one here, HA wrote, you're a human resource manager starting or sharing an email with your team, summarize a meeting point. Okay, here you started to give more details. It should be professional, clear, straight to the point. Yes, thank you so much. AI doesn't understand what good means unless you specify purpose. Yes, format, structure, and constraint. Yes, exactly. The exact point is that because the good format, and here we start with a polite way with respect, and another last one is that improve the following week prompt by making it clear, specific, and actionable. Thank you all for participating. You all got the right points, and thank you all for those who participated with us. Yes, the main weaknesses point, or actually the main weak point here is that when we say in a good format, because when we say in a good format, we don't specify what exactly a good format means. Even me as a human, if I tell you summarize this meeting in a good format, you from your perspective, good format might be a bullet point. From my perspective, good format, I need a clear summary or clear brief. I don't need points. I need, clear summary. So even as humans, we have different perspective. The same thing, you can think about it. That's the same thing with AI. So for that, if we want really to see the right prompt or the right way for writing this prompt, it would be the following. It would be, yes. So the upgraded prompt for this AI, or for this upgraded prompt for this week prompt, would be the following. Would be, of course, you would clearly mention what are the things to summarize, either to summarize the key decision or summarize the action points. And what are the contexts? Why you want the summary? Try to give information to the AI system. You want this summary because this is an internal strategy meeting and for Q2 planning with the marketing team. So I'm now giving more information that this meeting was for, the marketing team or with the marketing team, and it was for Q2. So now the AI will get more information about, okay, somehow you are trying to, to do a performance checkup or a performance plan. You are trying to calculate or trying to see the summary for meetings happened for maybe Q2 or different quarters of the year. What are the sources? You forgot also to attach what are the sources. The AI needs to know what do you want to summary. Do you want to summary meeting note? Do you want to summary team recording? No. Do you want to summary what exactly are you looking for? What is the resource? Are you attaching it as a PDF? Are you telling the AI to look for an email or look for a meeting call or whatever? Okay. Or if you have an AI note taker, the AI already recorded the meeting or whatever. Now the fourth part is that what are the expectation? What is your expectation from this AI? What do you want? What is the output you're looking for? Are you looking to get it in output in 3 decision? Do you want the output in decisions? Do you want only decisions? Do you want risk? Do you want some action items? Yeah, sometimes for me personally, when I ask the AI to summarize a meeting, I want it to give me action points because this is what matters for me. I might, be involved in a 2-hour meetings, but at the end of the meeting, I don't know what to do next. We spoke a lot about a lot of things, but I want to know what's next. So for that, I will ask the AI to give me some action points. What are the next steps? The next steps that we will do What are the stuff? Okay, are we gonna have another meeting? Are we gonna do whatever? Okay, and it's really helpful for you or for your colleague, or even writing notes for the top managers or the top executives. All right. So now let's now try to. We're gonna now move forward. And thank you all, of course, for participating. And now for this, we're gonna now move forward with the AI in action, and we're gonna see now some real use cases and some AI in action and some rule-based or rule-based application in real life and across the organization department. Okay, so uh, before that before that, we also have another. Actually, we have another quick example. Okay, for transforming the prompt. I think this is would help the finance department. Okay, so who's here working with Excel sheet? Who works with Excel sheet a lot? Who works with Excel sheet? Let's have this interactive prompt or example. If you work with Excel sheet a lot, you will be able to update or upgrade this prompt. When we say analyze this Excel sheet, do you think analyzing this Excel sheet itself, it's like a proper prompt? Okay, so I can see here all of us. Yes. Okay, so here we got no.
and check
No,
علي عشان
the
أكلم
Excel
الراجل.
file is not clear enough.
Excel file is not clear enough.
No,
Yes.
sorry, the
analyze
analyze the
Excel.
wording.
ولا
Analyze
The
this Excel
wording.
sheet.
The wording is not, because we need to, first of all, for example, most of the time I use GenSpark for the Excel to analyze it
GenSpark.
and to,
Yeah, okay.
it's very interesting AI tool. Actually, it makes my life easier. Sometimes I spend hours to finalize an Excel, while you can do it just in few minutes.
Yes, true. Even AI Spark, it's a really effective AI tool in understanding the exact prompt you're looking for, because it involves the technology of AI agent, because it has an AI agent that can think and process and can do some research to get you the answer.
Especially for the beginners in Excel, the formula, for example, the pricing, for example, the TVA, all of this counting, it would be very easy. So at
Yes.
each time when you, for example, upload the Excel sheet on this GenSpark, you need to mention all the details you want him to work on it. Otherwise, you're gonna have a half work, 50% done.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, thank you so much, Noor, for your participation. And yeah, I can see now here all of us. Yes, definitely, even me. For me, like, this is very vague and very of course ambiguous. And here we got no. It's not in a properly written format. Yes, of course. When I say analyze this Excel sheet, even if I'm going to give it either to ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, even it would be very hard and very challenging for the AI to understand how exactly you want the analyze to happen. Do you want, we spoke about this earlier. Do you want the AI to analyze every single cell? Do you want the AI to only focus on the columns? Do you want the AI to give you an action point? What exactly you're looking for? So all these questions you need to answer yourself, okay? And it is a very important why you need to understand this, because after that, we're going to see some real world scenarios and real world action. And I really need you to understand how exactly, or what are the best practices when writing a prompt, so you would all be able to get the best answers from the first time. So for that, of course, it's a very weak prompt. It's even for me weaker than the previous one. Now, this is the upgraded prompt. Now, the upgraded prompt, what will be is that here, now I am more specific. When I say now, what is the goal for me? The goal is that identify trends, anomalies in what sales performance. So see, I'm now more specific, more clear, and more accurate, and even on the point, and I'm telling exactly, some context here. Another thing might be for context. What are the contexts I'm providing here? I'm telling you that this is a monthly sales report. Monthly sales report for leadership review. Okay, so now this is also another point you should consider. When you ask the AI to analyze the file, do you want to analyze it for a technical user, or do you want to analyze you and give you the summary for non-technical user? So here I'm telling it, okay, this is gonna go for leadership review. So obviously it will be for a non-technical. So I want you to simplify stuff as much as you can. Clear? And again, the attaching resources. What are the resources? Of course, I will attach the Excel sheet, sorry, and I will attach, if there are any other sheets that the AI will use, I will attach it also. Okay, and then at the end, what are the expectation? How exactly I want the output to be? What I'm looking for? I wanted to highlight the top 3 insight, or maybe the top 3 trends, top 3 anomalies, and for each insight, please add a recommendation. See, this is also another point that will help you. Let's say you a director or a manager told you, I wanted to analyze this, and if you got any anomalies, please add a recommendation based on the data analysis. So you can actually include this to your prompt for the AI, so it will get you the exact what you are looking for. Okay, so I want to make sure that everything is clear. So is everything clear for you? Does anyone have any questions so far? Is writing a prompt, is structuring a prompt clear for everyone? Please, you can also write down at the chat if everything clear for you. If you got any questions related to the writing prompt, I really want everyone to understand the concept for writing prompt, because we're gonna build on top of that for the coming sessions. Okay, so it's clear. Okay, great. So we got everything here all clear. All right, so we're gonna go now for a 10-minute break. Okay, for if you want to recharge, if you want to get a coffee, if you want to have like a quick maybe relaxing session, and then we're gonna come back in 10 minutes. Okay, so we'll see you in 10 minutes. All right, so we're back, and let's continue our workshop. Now, before I move forward, I want to see some reactions from you guys. I can see that we have 63 participants, and I want at least 50 reactions from you. So I would know that you guys are following up and with us, and we're ready to move forward. Okay, so here we got reactions. I want reactions. More reactions, guys. More energy. Yes. So okay, so let's move forward. So we are here. We saw recently we saw the differences between weak prompt and strong prompt, and we had the discussion about the prompt engineering and the best practices for the prompting the AI. Now let's talk and discuss in details how AI can be used in action. And when I say in action, I mean can be used effectively across multiple organizations and across multiple departments. And as you know, that this is where we're gonna start to have the real fun and the real action. And through this session, or through this training session, we're gonna see AI in action for different use cases. We're gonna see what are the other AI tools that we use other than ChatGPT, based of course on our use cases. So we're gonna start immediately with the AI for executive leadership and directors. And I would like to hear from you, and I would like to know who's here from directors and executive, who's joining us from who's here from directors and executive, who's joining with us. You can react using a reaction. You can add a chat, drop a comment at the chat. I want to know who is attending from directors, executive, and managers, because the next section is going to be all about AI for executive and directors. So, okay, so I can see here we have Noor. Okay, we have here one from an executive assistant. Thank you, Noor. So we only got one from executive leadership. Okay, so yalla guys, I need to hear from you. So I'm waiting your answers at the chat. So let's move forward. So let's see exactly now how exactly AI can be a helpful assistant for all executive assistant and for all managers. And for that, we're gonna understand two main concepts. We need to understand, of course, what are the issues and what are the challenges that we face or you face during your everyday task. Okay, so as you know that part of your work that you need to work with your teams in detail. One of the main challenges that you face as an executive assistant or as director is that the manual tracking. You know that sometimes, let's say today, if you want to um, try to collect all the work or try to track all the work that's been done for a specific project, let's say for the last 1 or 2 months, or maybe for the last 3 months, what you're gonna do is that you're gonna have to spend doing it manually. You're gonna have to, to go through the emails between you and the team. You're gonna need to check, okay, this project, when it started, when exactly we finished the first milestone, what are the emails I got from the team. You're gonna keep doing a manual track and a manual tracking, and you're gonna see yourself you're spending a lot of time searching between the emails, the files, trying to look for specific information. Another thing that, let's say today, if you want to, understand where your team is, what is exactly your team in terms of the project status, you're gonna need you to spend, or you're gonna have to have another call, and you're gonna see yourself you are spending an endless meetings with your colleagues, with your team. And another thing, or another issue that here we say here, endless meetings, and another issue also that face a lot of directors is that what's called unclear direction. Is that sometimes because you don't have enough information, because you were somehow disconnected from your team, you don't know what's happening, you don't know what are the future goals. So see, all these we are going to fix them, or we are going to see how can we accelerate them using the AI. And of course, this is the value, we call this the value proposition, okay? That AI can really help you today to spend less time in gathering information, gathering all the communication happening, gathering details about specific project, trying to put maybe like a plan for your team, trying to keep your team on track or whatever. Now, for that, the information or the things that AI can really help you with is that, of course, one of the main important things that AI can really help you in summarizing not only meetings, it can help you actually in summarizing the meeting notes. It can help you even to summarize the email conversation or the email communication happened between you and the team. And so we're gonna see this in detail. Sorry, guys. We're gonna see this in detail. Um, we're going to see this in detail. We're going to see that how AI can be used to help us gathering information effectively from multiple resources, from the email communication happened between me and the team. Not only that, we're going to actually see that how AI can help us in putting and defining some strategy or defining some key decisions that we can take based on information. So let's say today, if I ask the AI to give me a summary about a project, what are the things that I can do it based on this complex data. So here it says that turn complex data into some clear insight so you can take a decision. Another thing that you can also use AI to monitor your team performance and make sure that you and team always on track. And this is also one of the challenges that as a director or executive assistant you always face, is that you want to make sure that you are always have the information before your team, and you are able to communicate with them, speak to them the same language, and even be able to keep them on track. Okay, so for that, what is the use case? Let's start now with the first use case that we have, which will be about getting a project communication insight using Copilot chat. And for this use case, I will actually go ahead and use Copilot for this use case. Now you're gonna tell me, okay, why you chose Copilot between all the other AI systems out there? For two reasons. First, because for me, I work a lot with Microsoft product or Microsoft services, and my main communication flow is using Outlook. So all my communication that happened between me and my team, I do it on an Outlook. So I will use Copilot, and the Copilot is an AI system integrated into Microsoft services. So we're gonna see that AI or Copilot can actually access your email inbox, okay, and can give you a detailed summary of all the communication happened between you and your team. Another thing that also I just forgot to mention, that Copilot is another AI system, but what's the main difference between Copilot and other AI systems such as ChatGPT? Uh, ChatGPT, you can think about it, it's like an external software you're using. When I say external software, that you are using it outside your organization context. So it's like a third-party system, you are using it. So that means that any data you're sharing with this AI, you're gonna need to download them into your local machine and upload them to the ChatGPT, which involves two main things. Involves time spent, because you're gonna go through an ongoing process of downloading the documents, then uploading, then downloading, then uploading, which is somehow a headache. Another thing that ChatGPT cannot access your email inbox. ChatGPT cannot access your email inbox, but Copilot can really access it, and we're gonna see this in detail. Another thing, we're gonna speak about it later on, which is about data privacy, but let's keep this aside. We're gonna discuss about it at the end of the training. Now, let's see in action how can this be used. So for that, I'm going to open the following. I will have my Copilot. Yeah. I will open up my Copilot. Okay. And here I have my Copilot up and running. And let's also, before we start, let's hear from you that who uses Microsoft, uh, who uses Microsoft ecosystem in your organization, or in your organization. And if you used Copilot before, you can drop a chat also, or even react whether you used Copilot before. You can react with this thumbs up. I want to hear from you if you used Copilot before. React with some thumbs up. Okay, great. So we got here a couple of questions. Well, sorry, a couple of answers here. Okay. Some people, they use it for a couple of times. Some people, they didn't like it. Okay. Yes, every day. Okay, so we have here some people who are already using it every day. Okay, so this is great. Now let's see Copilot in action, and let's see actually Copilot capabilities. This might actually change your mind. You might, start using it every day from today. So I'm here in Copilot, and this is the interface for Copilot. Of course, I'm using a dark mode, so you can see everything here in a dark mode. And here I have two tabs here. I have work and I have web. So for that, I will keep opening my work. And now, as I told you, that one of the main important feature with Copilot, that Copilot can access your inbox. Okay, so Copilot can access your inbox. So now, if I ask it something about my inbox or about my emails I got, it will be able to answer me. Okay, so let's say now, let's take this example. I already prepared the following prompt, okay, that we will use. Okay, so let's say now, today I want to ask the AI to do the following, to summarize all the communication and the activities related to a single project that I have in my mind. Okay. By the way, this is the prompt, a generic prompt template, and I wanted to follow up with me to understand exactly what we are looking for, and do not, trying to focus on getting the prompt, because at the end of the training, all the resources will be shared with you. So I want only to focus with me right now. So what I'm looking for is that I want the Copilot to summarize all the communication and the activities happen to a single project, okay, within a time frame. And I will ask it the following. I will ask it to identify some key stakeholders who involved, and try to generate a structured prompt or structured documentation. Okay. Now, what is the context? What are the things that I will ask it to do? Of course, I will tell it some information, but this summary will be used for specific thing. And what are the sources? and what are the expectations. Now, this is actually a generic prompt template. Now, I will use, or I've already prepared, or based on this generic prompt, I prepared also a ready prompt that I will use it immediately. So for me, I prepared the following. I asked it to summarize all the communication and the activities over the last 30 days related to the following initiatives. There was a communication between me and my colleagues, and we were discussing about the following projects. Okay, this is the name of the project, and I want the AI to identify the key stakeholders, those who involved in generating a structured and at the end generate a structured communication. Now, what are the contexts? I'm telling it that this summary will be used as part of Q4 2025. Of course, I can, upgrade this, can be based on maybe Q1 2026. Project evaluation to assess the progress, alignment, and outcome. Now, what are the sources? I wanted to look across my emails, across my meeting transcript, across the chat conversation, and involving me and my team, okay, and include any relevant attachment or links to this initiative. And what are the expectations? Now, I will take this prompt and I will put it to Copilot, but just also for you to confirm that what Copilot can do. Let's go again to Copilot and ask it, what can you do? And can you access my inbox and give me a summary of any topic, about any topic. This is like just like a warm-up prompt. I'm just warming up Copilot because I'm going to give it a very long prompt, and also to show you the potential for Copilot that it can really access your inbox and can work as an assistant more than just a prompting. See, let's see here. Yes, I can access and summarize your inbox by topic, but only within what you explicitly ask me to look for. So see, even Copilot itself, it tells me that you need to be specific. Do not just ask me to summarize everything. It can access my emails, inbox, can access my summaries. It can do, some stuff here. So given that, now thank you so much, Copilot. Now I will ask you for the following task. I will ask you to do the following. I will go here. Where's Copilot? Yes. Now I will paste my prompt here. So I can see now my prompt is all set up. I have here the goal. I have here the goal, the context, the sources, the expectation. The expectation is a little bit long, so I can, short it a little bit. So please provide an overview of the initiative. Okay, I want the following. I want to identify key stakeholders. I want to identify the communication happen between me and my team members. Summarize the key decision action items. Highlight important milestone within the 30 days. Yeah, this is all what I need. I don't need the rest. I think I might need this also. It's good to show you also communication flow and the communication collaboration pattern. Okay, so let's see now. This is the prompt we have right now. Okay, so I want to show you that Copilot can actually give you more than what you think. If you think Copilot is just another ChatGPT, you don't know Copilot yet. Copilot, it's especially here, Copilot in chat, it's a really effective assistant. And we're gonna see now the following. So now it will now start to search for the past 30 days about a project. Okay. Now not the following. I give it a duration. I give it a duration for the 30 days. For your use case, if you wanna think about a use case from your perspective, it might be for a project. You might ask it for a project you have been working on for the last 3 months. So you can tell it, I've been working on for the last 3 months, and it will grab all the communication happened before 3 months. Okay, so it's all based on the period and the duration you are giving it to the AI. And let's see what we're gonna get. Highlighting program challenges. Also, okay, so it's gonna take a little bit because it will search across all the information. Now, let me also highlight another important information. I mentioned that here I've mentioned the duration. You can also mention the duration based on the project you've been working on. Also, you have to mention the project name, whether it's like a project you've been working on, maybe it was a project related to, you know, a Q1 or a Q2. Mention also the project. You can also mention some keywords. If you already remember the project name, you can mention some keywords. Now, how this can be really helpful, you know, sometimes we might go for a vacation, 1 or 2 week vacation, and we come back, we might forget the details or the hidden details for a project communication. So instead of, you know, going through another meeting or an 2 hour meeting with my team and telling it, okay, please give me, let's say, let's summarize what happened the last 3 months, or maybe the last 2 weeks. I can ask it to give me like a quick summary, and here we go. So here below, a 30-day past month communication and activity summary, grounded for what I could retrieve from emails, notes, and files, and meeting transcript. Okay. So just for the record, I will try to show you the result, but just to note that it might show, or the AI might actually show a couple of information that, you know, somehow sensitive or somehow, you know, related to me. So I will try to show you the information, but I will go quickly through it because the Copilot will start to give me an information or stuff about the project I've been working on. So here we got a lot of stuff here. So we got here what I found. So here, okay, there was here a major training request happening for 3 cohort. So what I can also see that your response indicating the AI and the ops training is the following. So I can see now what are the stuff. So there was a supporting AI program happens. There was also some live. There was also here some discussion about the live webinar, which is the AI awareness program. Okay, so this is okay. Now it gave me also information about the webinar we're doing right now. So the webinar, there was also a communication between me and the team, and it gave me also a heads up about it. So if I go down also, I can clearly see now detailed documentation by initiative. I can see now about the first project. I asked it about AI and AI ops. If I go down a little bit, I can see an overview. I can see current status. Okay, which is something good. I can also see the communication happened between me and the team. Okay, here's some stakeholders. Okay, between me and the team. I can see here all the names. I can see also all the titles, you know, and I can see here all the, you know, people. And if I go down, I can see even more milestones about what happened. This is for the first initiative. Now for the second initiative, also I have the same, almost the same structure, the same overview, the same purpose, the same structure, the current, you know, also the stakeholders involved, digital training, you know, and the following. So moving forward, I can see also, I just want to go down. Okay, I can also see some communication flow happen between me and the team. I can see that, okay, I can see that there was some pattern about requirement-driven collaboration. There was another one called ops led scheduling, logistics, and multi-channel. Some stuff here related to the communication happened, and I want also to go finally with open questions. Okay. Here, okay, it gave me here what are the open stuff. Now there are some pending. There are some stuff pending from my side, or there are actually the Copilot found some emails that I received, but I didn't have time to check them or even time to reply. So one of them is for this one, and one of them again might be for another details that you need to, you know, like it will tell you that what you need to do as a next step. Okay. So even if it's not clear, I can now come here and ask it, okay, now for the open emails that I did not reply them yet, mention them here and recommend. I can say recommend action plans. Okay, or I don't know, recommend an action plan, recommend a suggested plan, whatever. Okay, I will try to keep this prompt a very simple prompt. Okay, okay, I wanted to say it. Okay, now for the open emails. Okay, so now it will now start to give me now another open emails. Okay, so I will go now quickly through them. Okay, here I got here in the email, I got here this from status CCC. If I go down, I can see what are the action plans. See, what are the action plans? So now I can use these action plans to reply based on the following. I can see now another email here or another email here I got, okay? Or even see now I got a table. I got a table and I can see now what are the emails, what are the statuses, whether an email is open or not open, you know, the following. Not only that, now can we do more than that? Can I ask Copilot to summarize a conversation between me and a colleague? Yes, you can do this. You can go ahead and do this also. You can ask it to specify, or there is, okay, now summarize the conversation between me and a team member, okay? So see, you can, it works as like an assistant that can help you with anything here, right? So this is it. So you can think more about, I want you also now to think more about what you can do more than that. You can ask it to summarize a meeting between you and a different candidate. You can ask it to look for, again, for a single project, for whatever. Okay, if you really found this really helpful, I want to hear your thoughts. Or if you really found this helpful, guys, I want you to thumbs up or do any reaction. It can be, I want to hear from you, how exactly do you see this one? And also those who are from executive department, those who are coming with us from an executive department, they can also share their thoughts about the tool itself. So I just want to come back here. Okay, so this is a quick, you know, overview. So I can see now some people here, they have mentioned use Perplexity, ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, and more. It is once you have full access to MS Suite. Now here's the thing. Okay, yeah, for us, what happened is that, yeah, the Copilot is an effective assistant, but in order to help you in getting all these, you're gonna just need to have a license for Copilot. Okay, so it's not like a full MC Suite, but you only need, because Copilot itself comes with a separate license, so you need to enable it. Okay, and today I'm showing you all the potential that Copilot can do for you and your work and your organization, so you can consider having it and consider using it. Okay, so now let's move forward. So this was the first use case we have. Now let's see how AI can help us or how can AI can be effective also for finance and accounting. Okay, so for that, let's also again let's also again hear from you. Okay, that who's here attending with us, who's here coming from the finance department. I want also to hear from you and listen from you that also you can react and you can thumbs up, or you can add a chat here. So here we got a question. Is the same steps shall be used for Gemini? Okay, I will ask you a single question now. How Gemini will have access to your Outlook? Gemini, it's a separate application. It doesn't have an access to your Outlook and your conversation. The emails happen between you and the team. Unless if you keep giving it all the information from your email. Okay, so now we are gonna see how AI can be used for executive, for finance. So I will just lower this. Okay, so who is here attending with us and from finance department? Who is here from finance department? No one? No one from finance department? Okay, who is here working with Excel sheet? Working a lot with Excel sheet. You can also share with us. I want more energy, guys. I have 63 participants. I only can see 2 thumbs up between all the 63. Does this mean that all of you are sleeping? All of you are not with us? So by the way, there's a difference between raise hand and react. I want only a reaction. Thumbs up. Okay, so here we have, okay, not Outlook, we are using Gmail. Okay, yeah, in this case, Omar, if you are using Google services, yeah, Google or Gemini can help you in very similar way, because it's the same idea. Gemini is connected through Google services. So if you are using Gmail as a primary conversation or as a primary communication between you and the team, you can ask the Gemini to summarize your meeting notes or your emails, and it will access your inbox. I use Excel sheet a lot. So here we have Firas, you use Excel sheet a lot. There were quite few attendees from finance. Okay. So, okay, so where are they? There were few attendee from finance. Yeah, I want to hear. Please call them. If you can call them, please call them, because now we're gonna see how AI can be used for dedicated for their use case or for their work. So moving forward, now as a finance analyst, so what are the challenges that you always face, and how AI can help you and can assist you and can be a helpful assistant for your everyday tasks? You know, as a financial analyst, or as someone working in the finance department, you're gonna see yourself working a lot with Excel sheets. Of course, manualing, looking, like doing a manual analysis about the data, about the Excel sheet. You're gonna see yourself also spending too much time in either fixing spreadsheet, or even trying to get information from the spreadsheet. Sometimes you might get an Excel sheet that has, I don't know, that has some gaps in the cells themselves. So you're gonna need to, manually look for them, ask or trying to fill yourself, or fill or fix the issues all manually. Sometimes you might get an Excel sheet and you might need to analyze the Excel sheet and give you some summary, some executive summary. You want to analyze some pattern. So instead of like trying to read the numbers and trying to do what's called manual reporting, you can ask the AI to do all this. Okay. Another thing, that it might be some importing data. Importing data is spread across the email, contact, and file. So sometimes if you want to collect information about specific project, or about a specific financial stuff, you're gonna, either do it manually or ask the AI to do all this for you. Okay, so all these, we call them the manual trap. Now, how exactly AI can help us, or what is the value that AI brings to us? That the value proposition here is that the AI in finance can help all the finance team stop the manual work, okay, whether it's from fixing manual stuff, trying to analyze data, and focus on what's calling the decision and strategy making. Okay, now I can hear from you that you're telling me somehow it's like, how exactly this can be applied. Think about it. When you have an AI assistant that can do all the manual work, you're gonna focusing on what matters. Like, you're gonna ask the AI to do all the analysis, to do all the summarization, to do all the, analyzing the trend, and you're gonna be the one who is responsible for extracting the information, writing a summary, have a clear understanding about the data. Also, one of the main important examples is that sometimes when you get the data that's totally new for you, you're gonna spend a lot of time trying to explore the data, trying to understand the data. Now, how this is changed, or how this is changing with AI. Now you can ask the AI to do all this for you. You can now ask the AI to do all the fixes. If there's some fixes that is, you should do it manually, the AI now can do it all uh, on its own. Okay, so you won't waste your time in fixing it. And if there are any other things that you want, to generate, maybe a report, if you want to generate a report, if you want to generate a visualization, we're going to see this in real life. If you want to generate anything, now the AI can do it for you. And the AI now, instead of this, can also pull all the information from multiple resources, so you will get all the information you want. Now, let's have a quick now overview and a quick walkthrough about how AI can be helpful. For that, I will use also Copilot, okay? Because again, here I'm working with spreadsheet. I'm going to work with an Excel sheet, and as you know, that Excel sheet is a Microsoft services application. For those who are working with Gemini, you can reflect the same scenario, but for spreadsheet or Google spreadsheet. Okay. Now let's have this quick example. Now let's say that I got a totally new database, okay, or I got a totally new spreadsheet, and now I want to try to explore the data itself, try to understand the data, how it works, what other stuff, So here I have two options. I can, for that, let me actually go ahead and use it. Let me go ahead and use it here. For that, I will use again Copilot, okay? And what I will do, I will go ahead. I might, keep working at the same conversation, or I might even go ahead and create another conversation, and I will upload the following document. By the way, notice the following. Now, Copilot can actually access your OneDrive. So this is also another advantage. If you are working with a OneDrive application, or by the way, I just want to know who's here. If you are working, if you are working with Microsoft services within your organization, just also drop a comment or react if you're using Microsoft as a primary communication or as a primary service in your work. So I will drop here a question: who uses Microsoft as a primary service, okay, for or within your okay. So here we got some people, some answers. Come on, guys, I have 64 participants. I only got 2 answers. So I want all of you, I want at least 50 answers at the chat. Who uses Microsoft as a primary, and who uses Google as a primary service? Okay, so here we got some answers again. We have here Abdurrahman, we use both. Okay. Okay, we have here Google services. We use Google as a primary services. Okay. Okay, so we got 2 Microsoft or 3 Microsoft, and we got 3 Google answers. We got 3 Microsoft answers, and we got 3 Google answers. So by this, we are both are equal. Okay, here we got the fourth 4 response, 4 to Microsoft. Okay, now we got here both. So like before it was 4 to 3. Now we can increase for both. Now 5 to 4. Okay. Yes, Microsoft. Okay, great. So for those who are using Microsoft, the example I'm going to show you, it's really effective, and it will help you. And for those who are using Google, you can reflect the same example for Google services, but with Gemini. And as you know that also Google has almost the same services. You got Google Docs, you got spreadsheet, you got presentation, you got whatever. And the AI system for Google is Gemini. So you can reflect the same example for Gemini. Now for this example, I'm going to go with Copilot because it's not even because first of all I use Microsoft services, and even Copilot got upgraded also in the recent days. What I will do is that I will upload the following data. Okay, so let's have the scenario. Let's say now today you got a new Excel sheet, okay, or you got a spreadsheet. You're gonna first of all you're gonna spend some time trying to understand the Excel sheet. Instead of doing this, you can upload your document or your Excel sheet to the Gemini or to the Copilot, and you can ask it to give you like we're gonna like have a quick overview. Give me a quick overview about the data, the columns, okay? And it's like also again warming up the AI. I'm just warming up, having like I'm going to have it a very quick prompt. Give me a quick overview about the data, the columns, and some interesting facts. here we got here some interesting here. Interesting facts. Okay, like this. Okay, by the way, this is not the primary prompt. I'm just, trying to show you also Copilot. And those who are using Google services, you can always think about the same use case, or you can reflect the same use case within your services or within your own use case. So now it will start give me some information about the data set. Now this data set, what it represent? It represent the following. Represent that it contains the cost of goods sold, and the estimates for the following, of course, for the following product, EcoSmart product, now broken down by product feature, material type, supplier, volume, cost. Okay, what are the scope and the size and the scope? There are 50 records in total. There are 8 products. There are 8 material, 6 suppliers. What are the columns? I have here the following columns. I have product feature. What is this? The description for the column. What is the material, the primary material used? What are the material here? It might be used aluminum, copper, lithium, whatever. Supplier, what are the estimated unit? What is the unit cost? So you see, now, even before I open the data set, I got a quick overview about the purpose for this data set, what are the columns, and even some high interesting fact. I can see here, okay, there are some cost picture. What are some interesting fact? There are total estimated COGS. Here I have 100.9 million. I have here the average cost. It's 121. I have here what is the biggest single cost exposure. And moving forward, I can see some information, some prices, some pattern, and next. Okay, so very quick. Now, after that, what I will do, let's open this up. And again, for the finance and accounting, I prepared also a ready prompt that we're going to use for this example. And let's also have a quick walkthrough about the product or about the prompt. So here, what I'm asking the AI to do, I want the AI to do the following. I wanted to, of course, to analyze the Excel sheet or the spreadsheet for the following product line and generate what's called a structured analysis with key insight. Now, what is the context that I want the AI to focus on? This analysis will be used to evaluate the cost structure and identify optimization opportunity, and try to also support in the decision making. Now, what are the sources? I will attach you or use the attached spreadsheet as a primary data source. Okay, and what are the expectation? The expectation from you is that I'm expecting to give me a data summary with key findings. Of course, you're going to give me a clear summary and some key insight. Okay, and then after that, you can give me the following column definition, list of each column. We already did this, so I don't want this one. Okay, now I will only focus on the following. I want only a data summary, and I want a visualization. So what is the visualization? I want you to at least include one visualization. It can be a bar chart, pie chart, or whatever. It can also to highlight the trends happening, or some trends or some anomalies that can happen or can happen within the data. Focus on summarization, and the most important findings might be the breakdown or the major contribution. And I here also give it some guidelines or some stuff that you need to follow when you're giving me the visualization. Ensure the visualization is easy to interrupt and understand, and what are the outputs that I can do, and what are the structured format that I can use it. Now, what I will do is that I will go ahead and get all this prompt, and will minimize this, and will give it the AI. I already attached the Excel sheet above, so now it should refer to the Excel sheet, and it should give me the answer from the Excel sheet. Now, while we are getting the answer from Copilot, because sometimes Copilot usually takes time to give you a proper answer, so far, does anyone have a question about what we are doing? You have any question? about what we're doing in terms of data analysis, about the Copilot we're using. Do you think Copilot, or do you think that it's a clear use case, or do you have some doubts about using AI with Excel sheet? So here I got the column overview. Let's come down, see.
May mm, may I ask?
Yes,
For
please.
the Excel is very clear. Just for the Copilot, I'm not quite familiar with it. I used to
Okay.
work with it in the very beginning through emails, but after I discovered new other AI tools.
Mm-hmm.
For example, my main task, for example, is study the market. What is the, for example, during nowadays, the crisis management. So we need to study the market so we can create a new business that
Mm-hmm.
matches the expectation. And it works according to the days, to the no days.
Okay.
So is Copilot is a good source for information because generally I use uh, I use study AI, for example.
You said a good source of information. You're asking if it's a good source of
Yes,
information.
exactly. For example, ChatGPT sometimes it lies. But is Copilot the same or no?
Okay, let me answer this. So it's not a good source. It's not about whether it's a good source for information or not good source for information.
Mm-hmm.
Any AI system or any AI tool when you are interacting with, you should give it you yourself, you should give it the context, you should give it the information, you should give it the resources. Okay. So for
Okay.
example, for Copilot, I give it all the resources that I'm looking for. Now, you might ask another question. You might say, okay, in terms of output generation, how
Uh-huh.
good is it in terms of output, in terms of analyzing my document? How good is it?
Okay.
So let me tell you, based on my interaction and based on my personal experience, Copilot, it's really effective when it comes to working with these, I would say, work stuff like Excel sheet, uh, email summarization, writing an email, because it's already trained to handle all this. And if you think about it, Microsoft, when they came out with Copilot, the main purpose was to assist you in the following thing, like in the following stuff, like analyzing a document or analyzing an Excel sheet. So for me, I found it's able to look for the data and extract the information from the data and answer you based on the data you are giving from the Excel sheet. On the
Uh,
other hand, ChatGPT, I noticed that ChatGPT itself, sometimes it might give you an information about your Excel sheet, but sometimes it might go off topic. Like
exactly.
it might, because it's a general purpose LLM, or it's a general purpose AI system. Any time you ask it, it won't, you cannot force it to look for something. You cannot force it to look for a specific source and ask it to give you, unless if you try with it very hard, because it's trained on get you the best answer in whatever, like whatever. If it's the best answer by searching, if the best answer by trying to go a little bit off topic. Okay.
Sometimes this, especially for example, ChatGPT, I
Oh, you
use
can see some coding here.
personalization. Sorry?
Oh yeah, so we were looking at the answer. So you were saying you're using ChatGPT for personalization, right?
Yeah, for example, using personalization that, for example, use ChatGPT Pro and you'll give him like a custom instruction. For example, for example, you should explicitly state, I cannot confirm this, for example. Once you don't have enough information, you should do that. So despite that, the information is not all the time as matching the expectation, even if you give the sources. So it's quite not similar,
Yeah.
but the other AI tools are
Mm.
quite well developed, and you get exactly what you want.
Yeah, I got what you're referring to. Um, this is also, this happens because, people who develop this AI system, they have
Mhm.
developed it in a certain way that it would behave like this, you know,
Okay.
and we don't know. Like for me personally, I assume that it behaves like this because it tries to tries to get you a lot of information from multiple resources, because it's like a hub that's connecting multiple resources. But sometimes you don't want all this. You want to force the AI to
Specific.
focus specific. And let me tell you also another thing, that all the AI systems that you are using right now, whether it's GenSpark, I think some of you already using GenSpark, or any AI systems, the core idea or the core concept for all of them, it's based on to be specific. Okay, because
Exactly.
they found the limitation with ChatGPT, that it's a general purpose AI system and it can give me an information, but it's not very specific. So I will go ahead and develop my own system that will be very specific. Okay, so that's why, we got Copilot, we got Gemini, we got even another AI system, and I'm currently focusing of course, yani, currently I'm focusing with you in this awareness training. I'm focusing with you with two or three main AI systems that you can practice it and you can use it. But of course, there are many AI systems. You can it will be very difficult to explore them in these 2 hours or these 3 hours. But you can go ahead and explore it yourself, or you can even think about the use cases you are looking for, and you can think about it and you can start using it and start to explore it, and based on it's always based on the use case.
Thank you for explanation.
So here, okay, let's see. Thank you so much. So let's see what we got here from Copilot. So we got here a really good information. So we got here, first of all, a visualization based on the COGS by supplier. We got here some good visualization about of course, here based on the suppliers, and of course, based on that data set. What happened is that even if I go down a little bit, I can see, okay, I can see now you repeated the visualization, or what you give me here, a visualization. By the way, just forget it. First of all, give me some code, just forget it. You don't need to open it up. So I will go down. Okay, I can see here now what are the data summary, key foundation, key insight, and I can see here some benchmark opportunity, and I can see some actionable observation. The analysis sheet include the following 1 to 3, and some also visualization that we got here, a visualization. Okay, and at the end, also give me some optional stuff that I can do. All right, so this is how you can use Copilot to analyze a spreadsheet. Okay, so I hope that it was very clear to all of you. I hope that using this AI system to analyze a spreadsheet was clear for you. Now, does anyone have any questions so far? We're gonna have another break, but does anyone have a question so far? If everything is clear, I want to see some reaction. Again, I can see now we are above 60, so I want to hear from you. I want to see whether you are getting the point, you are learning something new. Just I want to have reaction. Yes, more reaction, guys, more. I want to see more energy. Okay, that's great. So all right, so we're gonna have a quick break, a quick 10-minute break, and then we're gonna come back. Okay, and I will make sure to answer all your questions, and then we're gonna move forward with the use case. Okay, so we're gonna be back in 10 minutes. All right, welcome back, everyone. I hope you are all ready for the third session of the workshop. So this session, we're gonna move slightly faster because we still have a lot of stuff to discover and see, especially with Google services. And I will try to take all your questions at the end of the session. We're gonna have some time at the end of the session. I'm going to answer you before the session ends. We're gonna have a quick Q&A. And also, I will just want to also mention about something interesting, that we have a gift for all of you who is attending with us right now. So at the end of the training, we're gonna give all the participants a certificate for all the attendees and all the participants who are with us right now. So I want you to stay with us at the end of the session. It's highly recommended and it's very important to stay with us, so you would get all your questions answered, and you will get also a certificate at the end of the training. You can share it, you can have it within your CV. So we're gonna move forward now. So now we spoke about how AI can be used and how come AI can be utilized for executive and for finance. Now let's see how AI can be used to assist HR for their everyday work. And for that, let's also explore and discuss now what are the stuff, what's called the bottleneck, the HR bottleneck that as an HR analyst you usually face here. That as an HR you work a lot with data, and there are a lot of too much data you're working with, and there are a lot of data from a lot of employees. And if you think about it, you're gonna have to do in terms of manual work. You're gonna have to do to manage all of the people within an organization. You're gonna try to somehow write reports, trying to do some comparison between different contracts, trying to do a comparison between or trying to write a review or review even some performance managers performance or candidate performance, and at the end trying to try to get some data or trying to get some information, which somehow slow, and it has a slow, or it always it's always a slow process. So how can AI can be used for this case? AI can be used for your field or for the department to get you quick insights, to get you a quick understanding, to get you a quick information about different contracts. Today, let's say, for example, today, if you want to hire a new candidate, you got, let's say, two different proposals. Both of the candidates, they went through all the, I would say, the stages. Now you have to decide between which one would fit more the team. That in this case, you're going to need to analyze the both proposals again, and find which one would bring more value to the organization. Or let's say if you are working with a vendor, how exactly you can choose between them, how you can create your reports much faster, and how can you even try to customize your report, whether for your colleagues or whether for a senior leadership or whether even for the employees. How can having better coaching. Sometimes part of your work is that you need to evaluate your employee performance and try to see what are the challenges that they are going through, and what are the recommendations that you could have. Okay. And even not even that, let's say, for example, even as a part of your work is that you need to clearly communicate the organization policy to your colleagues or to your employees, and you need to understand. You need to make sure that they understand the process and how they work. Okay. Now, given that this case, we're gonna have the following use case or the following example, and we're gonna today we're gonna use one of the Google services, and it's called Gemini, or not Gemini, it's called Notebook LM, to do the following: to summarize a policy, document, and even more. Okay, so the application we're gonna use called Notebook LM. If you heard about it, drop a comment at the chat. If you heard about Notebook LM, if you used before Notebook LM, if you didn't use it, you can say I'm still new to the Notebook LM. So let's see the following. Let's go ahead and open Gemini. And in fact, I'm not going to open the Gemini itself. Notebook LM, it has another source or another domain that you can visit, which is Notebook LM. Here I got it. So in very simple terms, what's Notebook LM? It's another AI tool from Google that is really, really effective when it comes to document analysis. What I mean by that is that one of the main challenges when it comes to document analysis, especially I think some of you already faced this issue with ChatGPT, is that when you upload a document to ChatGPT and you want ChatGPT to either summarize it, analyze it, or whatever, you will see the AI, or you will see ChatGPT won't give you pure content from your document. It will give you some information from your document, and some information it will be off topic. And personally, I found it's annoying, and it is really challenging. And that's why I switched totally to Notebook LM for any document, for any task that involves document analysis. I would go for Notebook LM, and let's see how it works. The moment the moment you land at the landing page, you're gonna click here, try Notebook LM. And of course, it has a very simple user interface. You can explore it. Yeah, I mean, it's a very simple use case, very simple interface. So from here, I will go ahead and create a new document. Now, let me tell you what I'm trying to do. There are a couple of, let's say, as an HR, there are a couple of policy documents that you have, and they're very long, and you wanna communicate these policies to your employees. So instead of giving these documents to the employees and ask them to read it yourself, or you have to read all the policy, you can do something interesting for your department and for your organization. You can ask the AI to generate for you some interactive Q&A that you can use to share it with your employees. So instead of them reading very long documents, they can read quick Q&A about it. So let's see this one. I will go ahead and upload the document, and for this, I think I'll need to go to a specific folder. Let me look for it here. So I think the folder, it's called, here we got a folder. I'm looking for a folder. So I got here the first folder. Okay, so also to give you more context about this folder, I'm going to open it up. I need this, open it. Here we are. Okay, so quick brief about the attachment I have added to the Copilot. I've given it the following. I've given employees benefit policy. So now the AI will take this PDF document and will analyze it and will give me the following. Of course, this is an artificial company name. I just chose it for the sake of the training. It's called Adatum Corporation Employee Benefit. So now the AI immediately, without me asking the AI to give me a summary, it immediately gives me the summary. It tells me here that, okay, this is a benefit policy that has the following: eligibility status, weekly working hours, full-time staff, part-time employees, some stuff about the policy. Okay, now what I'm looking for is that I wanted to based on the given document, generate, a friendly Q&A that will be shared. Let's go down here for new employees. Okay, within, I can see here within new employees. Yes, within who joined us, who joined us less than, or within 1 month. Okay, 1 month. Okay, so you can clearly see that I'm even giving the Copilot, or even giving the AI, detailed information that I want you to look for the document, generate a friendly Q&A that will be shared. This is more context about the employees who joined us, or who have joined us within 1 month. So I'm going to keep it very simple. Okay, of course, I can expand this prompt much more, but I will make it very simple. And let's see what the AI will give us. Now, let's also have a quick overview about this notebook. So here at the left side, I can see the resources, and I can even add more resources. This is also another interesting point, that I can even add another resource. Let's say I can upload the document, and I can ask the Copilot, the AI, to switch between multiple documents. If I look at the right side, I can see that there are even more than generating or summarizing a document. And this is actually the beauty of Notebook LM. Notebook LM is not only a document summary or a documenter summary. You can generate a lot of stuff with Notebook. You can ask the AI to generate a podcast from your document. So even let's say if it's a policy or if it's, let's say, a presentation, you can ask the AI to generate an audio and you can listen to it in any time. You can ask the AI even to create a video, a video explainer. Okay, there's also another thing I can do it. I can ask the AI to give me flashcard. Okay, this might be very interesting. I can ask it to must be restricted. I can ask it to create some flashcard that also I can share it with the employees. The flashcard must focus on, or I can update this. If I can update it, or I can write down. Okay, the flashcards must show questions or FAQ or Q&A or FAQ about the policy. Okay, the question in a side and the answer is in the other side. Okay, I'll just make it very simple. Now let's go down and let's see even the output we got from the notebook element. I can see now, okay, it says here, okay, what are the Q&A? One of the Q&A is called, am I eligible for added benefits? And the answer is that if you are a regular full-time employee, yes. But if you are maybe part-time, there are a couple of constraints. Now, this is the second question, when do my benefits start? Okay, this is also another question. Your benefits will officially begin on the first month of the following, first month following your date of hire. Okay, so this is more information. What health insurance and plans are available? How much time or how much paid off will I get in my first year? So all these are Q&A I was able to generate using the document, and all of them, of course, now I can go ahead and ask and get them and put them in a format and get them. Now let's see also the flashcard we got. It was very fast. Now, okay, so here we got a flashcard. What's the minimum weekly hour requirement for a regular full-time employee? Okay, so we got here a good. Now, what is that? Okay, see the answer. Okay, this is the question. See the answer. Okay, now you see there's somehow flip happens. I can get that question and then I get the answer. Okay, and the same thing goes with the second, or can you generate actually 50? It generates a 50 flashcard. So see, I can get them, I can download them, I can even show the prompt, whatever. So it's really cool and really interesting, this AI tool. And I would highly recommend you guys to check it out and try it on your own. Now, I can even go more than that. I can even try to even upload the AI. Now, if we think about another use case that I would like also would like all of you to try it. Try, like at the end of the training, to ask Notebook LM to compare two different proposal or contract and give you facts or maybe information or key decision, key fact to help you take a decision. Okay, so you can do this. Okay, now we're gonna move forward. So this was a use case about Copilot, about Notebook in Gemini. Now let's see the following. Now moving forward, what are the other departments that AI can help us? AI also can be really effective when it comes to sales and marketing. And of course, in sales and marketing, what AI can help us? AI can help us in doing what's called personalized outreach. AI can help us even to do a market analysis. Help us to do a market analysis. Let's say if today I'm trying to create, or I'm trying to get more prospect or new prospect, I can ask the AI to go ahead and do a market analysis or market research. And if I want, after a research, I can ask it to customize the output or customize the proposal based on something, based on some messages It can even, let me focus here on more leads most likely to convert. Of course, the leads, after I study the leads, after I know all the information about the leads, I can understand clearly what are the prospect or the leads that I can, involve them or hook them into the thing that I'm doing, and also about fast content that now AI can help us in generating post or generating a visual in seconds. And for this, actually, I prepared also the following use case is that today we're going to also use Gemini, but the advanced model or the advanced model to do the following, either to find a prospect or to do a market analysis. Okay, so for that, we're going to go ahead with the Gemini. And I know that most of you are using Gemini as a primary service, or using Google as a primary communication service. So for that, second, I want to go here. Okay, for that, the primary AI application you will use is Gemini, because it's very similar to Copilot. It has access to all your Gemini stuff, all your Google stuff. So for this, I can use the following. If you open Gemini, you can see here there are a couple of tools. And for that, I will go ahead and try to do a deep search. And I will try to open up Pro version. Okay. And let's see. 1 second. Let's see now. Let's try to find the following. Now, okay, now let's try to show you a walkthrough with the AI that you can do other than using a ready prompt template. Let's say, before that, actually, I want to do two things. I will open again another Gemini chat, and I want to ask it. I want to do a market and competitor analysis for let's say delivery. Okay, for delivery, for food delivery industry. The report should focus on the UAE and the UAE market. Okay, and should include detailed summary about the competitors out there. Okay, and the goal is to come up with a well-defined, well-written strategy, or maybe marketing strategy for our own brand, or our delivery for our own brand. Okay, well-defined strategy for our own brand. I can see to like to overcome, or let's say not overcome, to achieve whatever, to achieve or to to achieve whatever. Yeah. Okay, maybe I don't know, like achieve better sales performance. Okay, performance. Of course, my prompt is a little bit vague, but let's see. Okay, now I will tell it what. Now let's do the following. Let's do a reverse prompting. So I will tell it, ask me all the questions you need, okay, before writing a proper prompt. So I'm using the Pro version, so I think it will take a little bit time, but let's see the following. Analyzing user intent. I think it will give me a very long list of questions. I had to choose the fast, actually, so I would get a really fast answer. So your brand and offering, target audience, competition, goal and resources. Now it start to ask me a lot of questions. So I'm I'm not like I don't have time to answer all these questions. So just for the sake of the session. So please make it short. Okay, ask me only two important or two important and questions. Okay. This is only for the sake of the training because I want it to be very fast. But of course, as you see, some important information the AI can highlight it for you, branding, audience, whatever. And yeah, what is the edge? Are you a cheaper or more than Talabat premium like deliver or focusing on them? I'm focusing okay on a healthy organic food. Let's see, healthy organic food and targeting. Let's say okay, Dubai downtown, Dubai Marina. Okay, so now it will give me here a prompt, okay? And this prompt, I can now go ahead and take it, constrain, okay? Of course, this prompt, I will take it from here. I can even read it. I can give it like quickly look, okay, senior strategist. Here it started with a role, okay? And by the way, this is another effective framework that you can use it, but we use another framework. We started with the goal, then the context. Here it started with the role, then the other information. So I'll go here, do deep search, and let's see. Hopefully the search will go very fast. As you see now, it refers to the sources we have, and it will generate some research information. Let's see what happens here. Okay, now it started to prepare for the research, thinking. Okay, now it will tell me what are the steps it will take. 1, 2, 3. It will research website, analyze result, create report, ready in few minutes. Yes, now start research. So, and now it will open up this pop-up and it will start to do a research. Okay. Now, for your information, this mode, it uses an agent, AI agent. And if you're not familiar with AI agent, we already like have a dedicated courses about AI agents and creating an AI agent for your work, or even whether for your organization or for your own everyday task. But this AI agent, it's an AI agent designed to do a web search on behalf of you. Now, you can think about this and you can take it deeper. If this AI can do any search about in the internet, any search about anything through the internet, you can take it further and you can use it and customize it. You can create your own AI agent or AI web search agent, and you can customize it for your own use case. Let's say if you are working a lot with if you are, let's say, in a finance department or an HR department, or even if you are as an executive assistant, you are doing a lot of search about specific topic. You can have an AI agent to train it to do all these stuff, but only for for the niche or for your department. So I can see now what are the type of the platform or the type of website that started to search. Okay, I can see a lot of site here, a lot of stuff happening here. So so it will take a little bit time because it's doing a searching. Okay, now while it's doing the search, because it's going to take a little bit of time, let's also explore another use case that you can do with Gemini. As you know that Gemini, it's not only an AI tool that you can go ahead and chat with it like ChatGPT. It has a very powerful feature, which is Nano Banana. And Nano Banana, it is a really effective AI tool that can help you generate any visual effect or any visual presentation. So for that, I can go ahead and tell the AI. I can, let's say, okay, while it's doing the search, I will go ahead and open a new chat, and I will ask it to do the following. I will open up the create an image and create for me a new logo. Okay, like this, I'm brainstorming with AI. Create for me, or create a new logo for me. Okay, or create a new logo for our new delivery food plan. Okay, it should, show or highlight speed, you know, clean, fast, or speed, clean, fast, and easy access, requirements, or easy access. Um, you know, our logo or our brand, has the following initiative. Our brand is, you can use, or the brand initiative is the following. Brand is maybe like, I don't know, like I can tell it, uh, faster than light. Okay, faster than light. Quick. Okay, you can use maybe the initiatives of the brand. Let's see. Okay, my prompt was very simple, and let's go here back again and let's see what we got here. Okay, it's still searching. Sometimes it will might take a little bit time, but let's see the result we're getting here. Okay, I can see now we are getting, okay, now we got some really good result. Faster than light food. It's a very basic logo, but might work. Here it used the following colors, used here that represent the speed, that represent the efficiency, and it was really fast. Now coming back here to still searching. Okay, so I think now we are all done and set with this, with what we have right now. Okay, so one last thing that you should keep in mind when you're using AI, and which is about just privacy. So I will tell you just something very quickly. Now, always look for what are the services that you are using. So if you are using Google service as a primary services for your organization, the best AI, or it's recommended to go with Gemini as a primary AI system for you. Okay, because it has the security protection under your organization services. The same thing goes with the Microsoft. If you're a Microsoft user, it's recommended always to go with Copilot, because Copilot, it has the same protection layer that your organization has within Microsoft. Okay, and speaking about that, okay, what are the stuff here that you should look for? Data protection, AI bias. Data protection means that, okay, never share some confidential information with the AI, and make sure to use an official AI system to avoid, data leakage or data leak. AI fair and fairness. Always look for the output coming from the AI. We spoke about this, like check for the accuracy. Trying to also to keep an eye on the hallucination. If the AI hallucinates a lot, try to make sure that you are following the output for the AI, and always, try to, have what's called human in the loop verifications, that always, have you or yourself or someone involved into understanding these AI output. Okay, so I think now let's go back again to the Gemini. This was like a quick overview about what AI system you should go for, what the AI system that you should understand. And I think will keep going, even it won't stop right now. So I don't know. It's not coming. It's a very long, not saying that research 190 website. Okay, so I think now let's keep it working, because it's going to take a lot of things. So I think now by this we end our main discussion and main discussion about AI and the AI tools, and even the AI being used in multiple industries and multiple domains, and we spoke about a couple of AI best practices and what happened when it comes to using AI based, of course, on your organization or your uh, your department, of course. So far, does anyone have any question? I will stop my screen right now. Thank you all for those who attended with us, and we'll see you soon in future sessions. So I'm going to end the training right now, and have a great day, everyone.